Dear sister, I guess in a nutshell I should tell you that recently I have been getting my ass pretty seriously kicked by each passing moment. My head has this habit of barking at the rest of me like we've been snooping around my head's property, and sometimes these days I'm treated to a bonus of strange spinning spiral colors and throbbing dots every place I look. It's enough sometimes that those kind of simple daily choices that other people just make, easily, they feel to me like these towering rows of mountains covered in snow and cliffs and unstable rocks that there is just no way a person like me can climb over. But hey, sister, here's a question. Do you remember one time, this would have been back in San Bruno out in the backyard with a bunch of fellas skating the ramp along with a small gathering of your school friends, one of those standard nights that we had back then? And there's me, walking from the ramp over to the cooler for a beer when I hear you say to someone how, you go, me and my brother aren't real close. Do you remember saying that? I might have it wrong. Please recall that your dear brother has taken some hefty falls along the way, meaning that my brain isn't quite right anymore. If it ever was to begin with, ha ha ha. And while we're asking questions, here's one. Are you even there? You might well could have tossed this letter without even opening it, knowing you. Or me, I guess. Knowing me the way you do. Which I might as well say is a big reason I have never felt good telling you things. It has generally felt to me like whatever words I put together, however I try, it's going to be something you already know. And see, now I can just see you there, rolling your eyes like, brother, I already know, and am therefore so bored by what you are saying that I cannot even muster the energy to try and describe that boredom to you, because I might at that point fall over and die of boredom that you cause for me. So, how about I tell you another memory that I have? This next one is from that summer when we were kids back in Nevada City. Year of that construction for the new park off of Broad Street downtown. Little circle path with benches and boulders and grass, then a central swing set built with local timber and surrounded by wood chips. I remember watching them build the thing, with 3 big logs for the main rectangle frame, and then 4 more diagonal braces running from the 2 high corners down to the ground. And me, I'm just salivating there looking at the thing. And not because it was a swing set. Almost definitely I would have thought swinging, like most things, was stupid, but the shape of it. And one day I finally decided to get a better look, and once I got up to it, I was overcome by this wave of rich and warm desire, and I knew exactly what I wanted to do. At this point, everything around me went silent. No voices from the people walking on Broad Street, no birds or cars or bicycle bells. Silence. And there's me thinking to myself, I think I could run up the side of that log. First was I could, and then came I'm going to. So I crouched and I broke into a sprint right at one of the diagonal brace beams, and I took the steep incline hard and my knees chugged into my chest, and I got maybe 4 or 5 steps up before losing momentum. And I remember clutching at the log with my arms and legs and having to shimmy up the rest. I sat there for a minute, straddling the top beam with my feet hanging down over the wood chips way below. Then I stood and began to walk, arms out for balance. I got to the end, and at this point, quickly, the sounds of the town came roaring back into play. I heard voices saying no, like every single variation of no. Stop. Wait. Hey, don't. A guy pointed and cupped his hands around his mouth. No, no, no. And it was a beautiful day, man. The sky open and huge. One woman lifted a camera that replaced her face. It was pretty clear even to me that these people were, pretty bummed. Disappointed by what I had set out to accomplish and had succeeded in doing. Were they up there? No. So, alright, I was going to just slither my way back down and beg forgiveness. But then, who do I see among the crowd gathering beneath me but my dear big sister? standing with her hands buried inside overall pockets and smiling up at me while nodding her head very slowly. And once again, all the rest of it faded away. The whole town and planet and cosmos were all erased, aside from you and the advice that you were giving to me. That impact got me a clean fracture right through the fibula, set into a cast, and it itched real bad. And then it began to smell in a way that you joked about, making a show of pinching your nose and calling me garbage leg. So I guess I really don't know, sister. Weren't we close? Or is it just that it takes constant work for people to stay that way? Maybe my problem was thinking close was something you weren't supposed to talk about. And maybe that, actually, is what I'm doing now. Trying to write a letter, of all things. Trying to talk about it. Leaning in close and using my words and hoping that somehow or other you might hear me.